Saurabh Bhardwaj, Delhi Senior Minister, joins me as my first guest tonight. Saurabh Bhardwaj, that question that is being asked, can Arvind Kejriwal run the government from jail? Maybe legally he can, but on moral ground, should he be stepping aside until his name is cleared by the courts, yes or no?
No, I think this question of morality is not being raised by people in Delhi. It is not being raised by Aadmi Party legislature. It is being raised by BJP. And by what standards of morality is BJP asking the resignation of our Chief Minister when they are the party who demanded resignation from Hemant Biswa Sharma when he was a minister in Congress government? They ran a campaign against him that he is accused of Sharda scam, water scam, ran a campaign for 6 months, and then they took him in BJP, and now he's BJP's chief minister.
No, but Mr. Bhardwaj, this is very different. Let's not go into water, sir, with due regard. This is very different. Here is the chief minister.
Exactly
yesterday, the Delhi High Court order is extremely stinging. It says that there is enough prima facie evidence to suggest that Mr. Kejriwal is involved in the scam, is what the judge in her observation said. Do you believe he can continue on moral grounds, sir?
Rajdeep ji, you are a very senior journalist, and I believe you will know that High Court at this stage cannot adjudicate whether Mr. Kejriwal is guilty or not. They cannot. Unless a trial is conducted and concluded, nobody in this whole world, neither High Court nor the Supreme Court, can hold whether Mr. Kejriwal is guilty or not, number one. Number two, on 7th February 2024, it was the same bench of High Court, Honorable Justice Swarnkanta Sharma, who gave similar remarks when she dismissed the bail application of Sanjay Singh ji. And on the same arguments which were placed before High Court, when the same arguments were placed before the 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court accepted those arguments. They pulled ED and they gave bail to Sanjay Singh. They even said this to ED that if you want to argue this case, if you want to argue this bail matter, we will give an order based on facts, and if we write an order, your case will not even stand the trial. So I think it is very clear that the judgments of high courts are often overturned by Supreme Court. So this is
can I be more precise? No. So Mr. Bhardwaj, you are going
to these observations from this court.
Sir, you are going in appeal to the Supreme Court challenging the arrest. Am I therefore to understand that until the Supreme Court pronounces, there is no question. There is no question of Arvind Kejriwal quitting. But should the Supreme Court also go against the Aam Aadmi Party leader, will he then quit? Is the Supreme Court your last resort? Or will you, even if the Supreme Court rules against the Aam Aadmi Party, will he still remain in office?
I just want you to tell me one line in the order of the High Court where the High Court says that yes, now Arvind Kejriwal is guilty and he cannot be the Chief Minister. They cannot write it because the trial is yet not started. Forget about conclusion of trial. Even the Supreme Court, even if they don't grant relief to Arvind Kejriwal, Supreme Court cannot write that Arvind Kejriwal is guilty, because unless the trial happens, unless the evidence is weighed by the court, no one can say Arvind Kejriwal is guilty. It is just an allegation. An allegation by whom? ED. ED, which has been pressurizing all the witnesses. Witnesses have been giving statements after statements where they have nothing against Mr. Kejriwal. And then you put their sons in the jail for 6 months. When they are in jail for 6 months, you pressurize them to change their statements. So after 10 statements, they give 11th statement. After 6 statements, they give 7th statement. Which is completely a U-turn.
Mr. Bhardwaj,
you cannot allow such mockery of law.
Mr. Bhardwaj,
this is not allowed.
Sir, you are saying it's a mockery of law. I am just saying that this is what the court order said yesterday. The material collected by ED reveals Mr. Arvind Kejriwal conspired and was actively involved in use and concealment of proceeds of crime. the ED case also reveals that he was involved in his personal capacity as well as convener of AAP.
So
now,
this is ED's
are you
case.
telling me that that is not from the High Court, that High Court order is not an indictment of the leadership?
No. Look, if you carefully read the order of High Court is saying that ED says this. High Court never said that, no, this is proved. It is an allegation of ED. You can put any bizarre allegation on Mamata Banerjee tomorrow. You can put this allegation on Stalin. You can put them to jail. Then you'll ask that you should also resign on moral grounds. There will be no government of opposition parties in the country. This is what BJP wants. This is a trap.
No, you're
Why should I fall in that trap when I know it is a trap?
No,
if they have such high standards of morality, Rajdeep ji, let me just complete. If BJP has such high standards of morality, then the person called Ajit Pawar, who is called a scamster by BJP, how is he a deputy chief minister in their own government?
Sir,
just because he has come to BJP and the ED has stopped investigating against him.
Saurabh, Mr. Bhardwaj, your party came through an anti-corruption movement. Your party came through an anti-corruption movement. Your party at that time was calling for resignations of several union ministers. Now suddenly you are telling me we are going to wait till we hear from the Supreme Court. Until then, there is no question of Mr. Kejriwal resigning. The same Mr. Kejriwal on repeated occasions, when he was an India Against Corruption leader, said even if there is the slightest taint, a leader must resign.
Yes. So let me clarify it for your viewers. I know that you know this, but I am clarifying it for your viewers. In 2011, 2012, 2013, it was a Congress's government in the center. The CBI was controlled by Congress. In spite of the fact that the Congress controlled CBI, the CBI could register cases against the union ministers belonging to Congress party or the UPA. So there was no iota of doubt that this is a political conspiracy against one party by another party. But here it's open. You can see dozens of leaders who are called corrupt, who have criminal inquiries going against them, where ED is inquiring, CBI is inquiring, BJP is calling them corrupt. They join BJP, then there is no inquiry, they become chief ministers, they become deputy chief ministers, and they are asking us to fall in their trap because they will give us a certificate that no, now this is morally correct. Arvind Kejriwal ji is morally correct. We got a certificate from RSS. We are not dying for that certificate. We don't
Mr. Bhardwaj, one of your...
Why should we fall in that trap?
Okay, you're saying it's a trap. One of your ministers has resigned today, Mr. Anand. He's saying that the AAP stand on corruption is flawed. He's gone ahead and resigned. How do you see it? Do you believe that what is happening is effectively now, if you all continue holding on to this stand, that there is no question of Mr. Kejriwal resigning, you're going to brazen it out, that more and more of your ministers, or dare I say MLAs, could also leave the party?
Rajdeep ji, right from the day Arvind Kejriwal ji got his first summon, he was telling the same thing. It is not about any inquiry of so-called liquor scam. It is all about arresting Arvind Kejriwal, putting him in the jail, handicapping Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, and then breaking his MLAs, ministers, breaking his party, and bringing down the two governments of Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi and Punjab. This was the conspiracy. Arvind Kejriwal knew it. He has been telling it for months. Now it is proven, as soon as Arvind Kejriwal ji is in jail, you break our MLA from Jalandhar, you break our member of parliament from Jalandhar. There are ED raids on our MLAs, there are IT raids on our MLAs. They are being summoned every day by ED, income tax. There is a pressure on them. The minister who has resigned recently, just 1 hour before he resigned, he tweeted a video of Sanjay Singh ji. He tweeted by himself. And then he says, oh, no, this party is corrupt, I want to resign. So
why has he resigned? No, you're making... Why has Mr. Anand resigned? Are you telling me Mr. Anand has resigned because the Enforcement Directorate has issued him summons? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. In November 2023, he was raided by ED. The ED was at his place for 23 hours. He was grilled. And since November 2023, he was regularly being summoned by ED. But by what I know, even on 12th April, day after tomorrow, he was again summoned. He was supposed to be at ED's office. So there was constant pressure on him. And he is a man, you know, he has family, he has kids. Probably he just surrendered out of fear. Not everybody is Sanjay Singh. Not everybody is Manish Sisodia.
No, you're
and
saying,
we have sympathies with him. I don't hate him. Sir, I have sympathies for him. Because he's like my brother. I can understand. He just gave in to the pressure.
No, you're saying he's given into the pressure, Mr. Bhardwaj. I come back to the original question though, which is basically, therefore, are you telling me that this government of yours will now run now with your leader in jail? Because you've already got the Lieutenant Governor who is questioning the way the government is running. Is that now another fear that you have, that the LG will now say enough is enough? I'm dismissing the government. You cannot have a government where the Chief Minister is running the government from jail.
I think, Rajdeep ji, I'll just share one observation. And I think a lot of political observers like you and many people who are observing Delhi from within Delhi and outside Delhi must be thinking, they must be apprehending in their mind that probably Arvind Kejriwal is now unpopular. Probably BJP's narrative that Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party is corrupt is gaining ground in Delhi. And now Arvind Kejriwal is so unpopular that he cannot win elections. Had that been the case, BJP was not required to break our minister, arm twist our minister. This means that in spite of all the propaganda being run by BJP every day, Arvind Kejriwal is popular in Delhi, and they are still fearful of the fact that unless and until they start breaking our MLAs and ministers, they cannot finish Aam Aadmi Party. They are still scared of Arvind Kejriwal. That's why they are leaning to, such desperate measures, which is completely exposing BJP.
Now, who is being desperate? In my concluding question, who is being desperate?
This is an operation of BJP.
Mr. Bhardwaj, who is being desperate here? The BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party, which is determined to try and hold on to power at all costs? You are telling me that Arvind Kejriwal's popularity has increased after he's been jailed? That we will know in the months ahead. But I just ask you again, who is getting desperate at the moment? Is it the BJP, which is, you say, is breaking your, trying to break your party, or Aam Aadmi Party trying to hold on to power at all costs?
Yes. I think Arvind Kejriwal is the only chief minister in India who in 2014 resigned when he had the numbers, and everybody said, Bhagoda hai, Bhagoda hai, Bhagoda hai. So you can't call Arvind Kejriwal is desperate for power. He doesn't care about power, but he cares for the party and he cares for this country. He knows that if he resigns, they will break this party. They will overturn these governments. They will throw away the constitution. He is on this position not to enjoy luxury. He is not enjoying luxury in Tihar jail. He is in the seat of chief minister because he knows that will keep the party together. That will keep the government running. And because he doesn't want to fall into the trap of BJP. But yes, BJP is desperate, and by what they are doing, it is getting exposed every day.
Okay, my final question, are you confident that your government will last, or will the government now fall? Today, Mr. Anand has resigned. Could many more MLAs resign, both in Delhi, possibly in Punjab? Are you confident your government will hold on?
I think our government will hold on because of Manish Sisodia's, Arvind Kejriwal's, Sanjay Singh's and Satinder Jain's. We don't care about Rajkumar Anand's. They come and go. Our party will hold, our government will stand, and we will be here. Okay. We are here.
Let me leave it there, Saurabh Bhardwaj. You are sounding defiant and insisting that your government is going nowhere at the moment. Mr. Kejriwal will continue to run this government from jail. May I just ask you though, there's a lot of also question mark over the role of Sunita Kejriwal. I am told you all had a meeting today at Mr. Kejriwal's residence where she was also there. She's bringing messages from Arvind Kejriwal from jail to you. Is she de facto chief minister, as some are suggesting, yes or no?
No, I think we have a chief minister in Tihar jail. His name is Arvind Kejriwal. When we have a full-fledged chief minister, why do we need a de facto chief minister? Okay. We have Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. She is the one who is acting as a link between the party and the chief minister, and the party's convener. She is the only one who meets him regularly. So whatever doubts, queries we have, she puts it before Mr. Kejriwal. Whatever orders, directions she gets from Arvind Kejriwal ji, they are transferred to us. She is just acting like a messenger.
Okay. I'm going to leave it.
She's a reliable messenger.
Okay. And let me leave it there. Saurabh Bhardwaj, for taking off the time. I know you've been very busy in the last few days. I appreciate your time and joining me here on the news today. Thank you very much. Thank you.